Welcome to our channel. Have you ever experienced that gut feeling that someone is attracted to you, but they seem to act completely indifferent or distant? It's a frustrating situation, and you're not alone if it's left you confused. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of dark Stoic psychology to unravel the secret signs a man may show when he's secretly attracted to you, even though he's trying to hide it. These signs are often subtle, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss them altogether. But don't worry, we're here to break it all down for you. Once you understand what to look for, you'll begin to see these hidden signals in your own life. If you're intrigued by this topic and want more insights into human behavior, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences. Let's get started and uncover the truth behind these subtle cues. Chapter 1. His body language says it all. When it comes to identifying whether a man is secretly attracted to you, one of the most reliable indicators is his body language. Even if he tries to mask his emotions or maintain a neutral exterior, his body will often reveal more than he intends. Body language is a powerful tool in communication, and it tends to reflect deeper emotions that words might not express. Let's break down some of the key signs in his body language that indicate attraction. One of the first signs to look for is how he positions himself when you're around. If a man is subconsciously attracted to you, he will often face you directly with his body. It may seem subtle, but his posture will shift to be more aligned with yours. Whether sitting or standing, his torso will naturally turn toward you, and you might notice that he positions himself in a way that minimizes physical distance between the two of you. This kind of direct body orientation is a subconscious gesture that signals interest and engagement. People usually orient their bodies toward those they feel drawn to, and this kind of posture is a telltale sign that he feels more than just casual interest. In addition to positioning, another clear indicator of attraction is the way he mirrors your movements or gestures. Mirroring is an unconscious way of bonding with someone. If you cross your arms, you might notice him doing the same moments later. Similarly, if you lean forward during a conversation, he might do the same. These subtle, reflective movements demonstrate that he is attuned to your behavior and feels a connection with you. It's his way of saying that he is comfortable and engaged, as mirroring is an instinctive sign of rapport and liking. Another major clue lies in his eye contact. A man who is secretly attracted to you will often engage in more frequent and intense eye contact. Eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication, and when it lasts longer than usual, it signals a deeper emotional connection. If you catch him looking at you, you might notice that he holds the gaze a little longer than necessary, or his eyes may soften when they meet yours. These subtle glances are a reflection of his attraction, even if he tries to downplay it. Moreover, if he frequently looks in your direction or you catch him gazing at you from a distance, it's often a sign that he's thinking about you, even when he's not interacting with you directly. Sometimes, even the slightest change in his facial expressions can give away his attraction. A man who is interested in you will naturally smile more around you. His smile might appear more genuine and heartfelt, particularly when you speak or make him laugh. If you notice that he is smiling with his eyes, or his expression softens when you're near, it's a strong sign that he enjoys your presence and feels positive emotions towards you. His face will often brighten when he sees you, as his subconscious mind associates you with happiness and comfort. Lastly, pay attention to how his body reacts when you're physically close. A man who is attracted to you will instinctively try to minimize the distance between you. While he may not invade your personal space outright, you'll notice that he makes an effort to be nearby. Whether it's sitting next to you in a group or standing closer during a conversation, he will find ways to reduce the physical gap between you. This is an unconscious attempt to create a deeper connection and to be more present with you. In conclusion, a man's body language is often the clearest indicator of whether he is secretly attracted to you. His posture, mirroring of your movements, eye contact, facial expressions, and the physical space between you can all reveal much more than words ever could. Even if he tries to hide his feelings, his body will communicate his attraction in subtle but undeniable ways. By paying attention to these small subconscious cues, you'll be able to understand his true feelings, even if he's not ready to admit them out loud. Chapter 2. He finds excuses to be near you. One of the most telling signs that a man is secretly attracted to you is when he continuously finds excuses to be near you, even when there's no apparent reason for him to be there. This behavior may seem innocent at first, but if you observe it closely, it becomes clear that he's going out of his way to ensure that he stays in your vicinity. Whether it's joining a group you're in, walking past your desk at work, or making sure he's in the same room as you at social gatherings, his actions reveal his desire to be near you. This behavior might initially appear to be coincidental or part of his routine, but it's actually a subconscious effort to stay within your orbit. People naturally want to be around those they feel connected to or attracted to, and the more a man gravitates towards you, the more likely it is that he's trying to build a connection. For example, he may not be actively engaging in conversation with you every time, but the fact that he's near you or finding opportunities to be close suggests that he enjoys your presence and wants to be around you without directly expressing it. His desire to stay within your proximity is a non-verbal cue that reveals a deeper interest. If you pay close attention, you might notice that he appears in places where you tend to be, even if his presence doesn't seem to make much sense. For example, if you often grab coffee at a certain time or sit in a specific part of a room, he may start showing up at those same times or locations, seemingly by chance. He might not explicitly say he's interested in joining you, but his actions of being in the same place at the same time as you show that he's actively seeking out moments to be near you. This behavior isn't about necessity. It's about wanting to create an opportunity to interact with you, whether through a casual conversation or just being in close proximity. Additionally, you may notice that he will make sure that he's positioned close to you during group events or social interactions. If there's a group conversation happening, he may subtly try to sit next to you or position himself near you without drawing attention to the fact. Even if it's not directly about initiating a deep conversation, his proximity to you is a clear sign that he's trying to engage without making it obvious. This tendency to stay close is not necessarily driven by a need for attention or to dominate the conversation, but rather by a deep desire to be around you and create more chances to connect. In some cases, his attempts to be near you may also extend to making small gestures or offering help when he's around. If you drop something, for instance, he may be quick to offer assistance, or if you need help with something, he might be the first to step in and lend a hand. While this could be seen as a polite or helpful gesture, it often carries with it an underlying desire to stay connected and be near you. By offering help or finding reasons to be around you, he is creating opportunities for interaction that go beyond the ordinary. It's important to note that while a man may find excuses to be near you, he doesn't always need to initiate conversations directly to signal his attraction. Sometimes, his presence alone, being in the same place, at the same time, or in the same group, says enough. The fact that he's making these conscious or subconscious efforts to be near you indicates that he's interested in building a connection, even if it's through the simplest of interactions. Over time, this pattern becomes more noticeable, and you'll start to realize that he's intentionally carving out opportunities to stay within your orbit. In conclusion, when a man is secretly attracted to you, he will often find reasons, both big and small, to be near you, whether it's positioning himself in close proximity during social events, showing up in places you frequent, or simply finding moments to offer help. His actions reveal a deeper desire to be around you. These behaviors are a subtle yet clear sign that he's trying to connect with you in a meaningful way, even if he's not expressing his feelings openly. If you notice him consistently seeking ways to be near you, it's a strong indication that his attraction goes beyond mere friendship, and he's actively trying to create moments where your paths cross. Chapter 3. He listens closely and remembers the small details. One of the most telling signs that a man is secretly attracted to you is when he listens to you intently and remembers the smallest details about what you say. This might seem like a small gesture, but when a man takes the time to not only hear your words, but to truly listen and retain the information, it reveals a deeper level of interest and emotional investment. People who are genuinely attracted to others often pay attention in ways that go beyond surface-level conversations. They want to understand who you are, what you care about, and what makes you tick. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he won't just hear the basics of your conversation and move on. Instead, he'll remember specific things you've said in passing, whether it's your favorite food, the book you've been reading, or the name of your childhood pet. This isn't just about being polite or courteous. His ability to recall these details indicates that he's paying attention to you in a way that others may not. It shows that your words matter to him, and he finds value in what you share. Think about the times when he brings up things you've told him in the past, even in seemingly unrelated contexts. Maybe he remembers a comment you made weeks ago about your love for a particular type of music or a trip you want to take. He may even surprise you by referencing something you casually mentioned long ago, like the details of a conversation you had or a dream you shared. This ability to recall such information demonstrates that he's not just hearing your words, he's truly absorbing and processing them. For him, every detail is important because it helps him understand you better and create a connection on a deeper level. Another key indicator is when he asks follow-up questions about things you've shared. If he brings up something you mentioned earlier in a future conversation, it's a clear sign that he values your words and wants to know more. For instance, if you've talked about a stressful situation at work or an exciting event in your life, he might check in with you later to see how things are going. This isn't just casual curiosity. It's a sign that he's invested in your experiences and emotions. He's not just talking to you for the sake of filling the silence. He genuinely wants to know more about your world, and he's taking note of the things you say. This attentiveness extends to even the smallest details. For example, he might remember your favorite color, your preferred type of coffee, or a specific anecdote you told him about your childhood. These aren't the types of things that most people would remember unless they were truly paying attention. But for a man secretly attracted to you, they're important. Why? Because they show that he's focused on you as an individual, and that he sees you as more than just someone to pass the time with. His ability to recall these seemingly trivial details proves that he's invested in you as a person and is emotionally engaged in your conversations. In some cases, this deep listening can even extend to recognizing patterns in your behavior or emotions. For instance, if you've mentioned that you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, he might be more attuned to your mood the next time you interact. He'll notice the little things, how your body language has shifted, the tone of your voice, or how your energy level might be different. This kind of attentiveness goes beyond surface-level interactions and shows that he's emotionally in tune with you. It's a reflection of his desire to connect with you on a deeper, more meaningful level, and it demonstrates that he values your presence and the bond you share. In conclusion, when a man is secretly attracted to you, he will listen closely to what you say and remember the small details that others might overlook. This kind of attentiveness isn't about trying to impress you. It's about showing that he truly values your words and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. Whether it's recalling your favorite things, asking about your day, or remembering something you shared weeks ago, his ability to pay attention to these details reveals that he's emotionally invested in you. If you find that a man consistently brings up past conversations or recalls things you've told him, it's a strong indication that his attraction is more than just surface level. It's a sign of genuine interest and emotional connection. Chapter 4. He becomes protective or acts differently around you. One of the most telling signs that a man is secretly attracted to you is when he begins to exhibit protective behavior, often without even realizing it. While this doesn't mean he becomes overbearing or controlling, it's a subtle indication that he cares deeply about your well-being and is instinctively trying to ensure your safety and comfort. A man who is attracted to you will often feel a sense of responsibility toward you, and this protective tendency can manifest in a variety of ways, ranging from small gestures to more overt acts of concern. For example, if you're in a group setting or out in public, you might notice that he instinctively steps in when something might inconvenience or harm you. Whether it's holding the door open for you, making sure you're safe when walking through a crowd, or even offering assistance if you're struggling with something, his actions show that he wants to make sure you are well taken care of. These subtle gestures may seem like simple acts of politeness, but when they are consistent and specific to you, they can be a sign of deeper emotional investment. He's not just trying to be helpful, he's showing that he has a heightened awareness of your needs and a genuine desire to protect you. Protectiveness can also manifest in more emotional or verbal ways. If you're upset or facing a difficult situation, he may be the first to offer a shoulder to lean on or words of comfort. A man who's attracted to you will want to be the one who supports you, and he'll go out of his way to make sure you feel heard and cared for. He might even try to shield you from negative situations or people, stepping in to defend you or simply making sure that you're not put in an uncomfortable position. This protective instinct isn't driven by possessiveness, but by a sincere concern for your emotional and physical well-being. Another clear sign of his attraction is when he acts differently around you than he does with others. You might notice that he becomes more patient, more caring, or even more attentive when you're around. For example, he might take extra time to listen to your thoughts, make sure you're comfortable, or go out of his way to do things for you that he wouldn't normally do for others. These behavioral changes are subtle but significant. It's as if he shifts into a mode of heightened awareness whenever you're in his presence, wanting to make sure that you feel special and valued. The way he interacts with you will often stand in stark contrast to how he behaves around other people, signaling that he's treating you differently because of his attraction to you. His protectiveness may also extend to watching out for you in social settings, particularly when you're interacting with other people. If he notices someone making you feel uncomfortable or crossing boundaries, he may take steps to step in and prevent it, either by addressing the situation directly or simply positioning himself between you and the person in question. This protective behavior is a clear sign that he cares about your comfort and safety and wants to make sure you're never in an uncomfortable or compromising situation. It's his way of showing that he feels a sense of duty to care for you. It's important to note that this behavior doesn't necessarily mean that he's trying to control you or be possessive. Instead, it's a reflection of his deep-seated attraction to you and the way he feels about you. His protectiveness comes from a place of care and respect, not a desire to dominate or manage your life. It's about making sure that you're safe, comfortable, and happy, things that matter deeply to him. In fact, this level of protectiveness often shows that he has a strong emotional connection with you and wants to be a positive presence in your life. In conclusion, when a man is secretly attracted to you, he will often show protective behaviors that reflect his care for you. Whether it's physically stepping in to help, offering emotional support, or simply acting differently around you compared to others, his actions reveal that he values your safety and well-being. This protectiveness isn't about being controlling or overbearing. It's about his instinctive desire to ensure that you are comfortable and cared for. These subtle, yet powerful gestures are a clear indication that his attraction goes beyond surface-level feelings and is rooted in a deeper emotional connection with you. Chapter 5. He displays jealousy or discomfort around other men. One of the most obvious and revealing signs that a man is secretly attracted to you is when he shows jealousy or discomfort around other men. While it might be easy to dismiss as a coincidence or overreaction, these subtle yet powerful signs often point to deeper feelings that he may not be ready or willing to express openly. Jealousy, especially in its more subtle forms, is a natural emotional response when someone feels a connection with someone else but is unsure about how to express their feelings. For a man secretly attracted to you, the sight of you engaging with other men can stir up feelings of possessiveness or territoriality, even if he doesn't actively acknowledge it. When a man is attracted to you, he may start to act a little differently when you're speaking with other men. You might notice that he appears visibly uncomfortable, perhaps fidgeting or shifting his focus away from the conversation. His body language might tighten, or he may even try to insert himself into the conversation in subtle ways. This behavior might come across as casual or as if he's trying to be friendly, but it's actually his way of signaling that he doesn't want other men to have your attention. He may not outright interrupt, but he might find ways to be involved or casually join the group you're in. This can be an unconscious attempt to maintain his place in your proximity and establish his presence, especially if he feels threatened by the attention you're giving to someone else. In other cases, he might try to keep a close eye on the interactions you're having with other men. This isn't necessarily about being possessive, but more about wanting to protect what feels like a potential connection. For example, if you're laughing or enjoying a conversation with another man, he may feel a pang of discomfort even if he's trying to mask it. He might glance over at you more than usual, or he may act slightly withdrawn, as if he's feeling a little left out or insecure. These small, almost imperceptible reactions are rooted in his feelings for you. He's starting to realize that he's attracted to you and doesn't want to lose his chance to form a deeper bond. At times, this jealousy may even come out in more overt ways. If you spend time talking to another man, or you appear to be enjoying someone else's company, he might begin to act a bit distant or cold, as though he's trying to make you notice that he's uncomfortable with the situation. He might unintentionally make sarcastic comments or drop hints, trying to express his discomfort without confronting the situation head-on. His body language may become closed off, or he might make pointed remarks that suggest he's trying to mask his feelings. The discomfort he shows in these moments is often the result of his own confusion about his attraction towards you and his struggle to deal with the emotions he's experiencing. Additionally, jealousy may not always appear as direct as interrupting conversations. Sometimes, he may withdraw or become quieter when other men are around you, especially if he feels as though his connection with you is being threatened. This could manifest as him not engaging in group activities as much, becoming more reserved, or even trying to make himself less noticeable in these social settings. These behaviors are often a reaction to the anxiety of seeing you connect with others, and a sign that he wishes he could be the one receiving your attention. It's important to note that jealousy in this context doesn't necessarily indicate negative emotions like anger or control. In fact, it's more about his internal struggle with his feelings. A man who is attracted to you may experience jealousy because he is uncertain about how to proceed, unsure of whether you share his feelings or whether his attraction will be reciprocated. Rather than expressing these feelings openly, he might manifest them through these more subtle actions that demonstrate discomfort or territoriality. In conclusion, if a man is secretly attracted to you, jealousy or discomfort around other men can be one of the most telling signs of his hidden feelings. Whether he subtly tries to insert himself into your conversations, acts visibly uncomfortable when you're speaking to someone else, or displays more overt signs of jealousy, it all points to the same underlying truth. He's attracted to you but isn't sure how to make his feelings known. His jealousy is not about possessiveness, but about an emotional connection that he is still figuring out how to express. These small, seemingly innocent signs of discomfort are often the key to understanding his true feelings and give you insight into the complexity of his attraction. So there you have it, 5 clear signs that a man is secretly attracted to you, all uncovered through the lens of dark Stoic psychology. By paying attention to his body language, the way he positions himself around you, how he listens intently and remembers the small details, and the protective or jealous behaviors he may display, you'll be able to spot the subtle signs of attraction that he may not be openly expressing. If you start to notice these behaviors, don't brush them off. They're likely indicators that he's interested, but hesitant to admit it. Understanding these signs can give you clarity in navigating relationships and help you better interpret his actions. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful videos on human behavior and psychology. Don't forget to leave your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Stay tuned for more.